the scroll of the words of righteousness, and of the reprimand of the perpetual watchers in accordance with the command of the Holy Great One in that vision. I saw in my sleep what I will now say with a tongue of flesh, and with the breath of my mouth, which the Great One has given to men to converse with and understand with the heart. As he has created and given to man the power of understanding the word of wisdom, so he has also created me and given me the power of reprimanding the watchers, the children of heaven. I wrote out your petition, and in my vision it appeared like this, that your petition will not be granted to you throughout all the days of the age, and that judgment has been finally passed on you. Yes, your petition will not be granted to you. And from now on you will not ascend into heaven for all ages, and in bonds of the earth the decree has gone out to bind you for all the days of world. And you will have seen the destruction of beloved sons beforehand, and you will have no pleasure in them, but they will fall before you by the sword. And the vision was shown to me like this. Behold, in the vision clouds invited me, and a mist summoned me, and the course of the stars and the lightning sped toward me, and the winds in the vision caused me to fly and lifted me upward and bore me into heaven. And I went in until I drew near to a wall which is built of crystals and surrounded by tongues of fire, and it began to frighten me. And I went into the tongues of fire and drew near to a large house which was built of crystals, and the walls of the house were like a tessellated floor made of crystals, and its groundwork was of crystal. Its ceiling was like the path of the stars and the lightnings, and between them were fiery cherubim, and their heaven was as clear as water. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its portals blazed with fire. And I entered into the house, and it was hot as fire and cold as ice. There were no delights of life therein. Fear covered me, and trembling took hold of me. And as I quaked and trembled, I fell on my face. And I beheld a vision, and behold, there was a second house, greater than the former, and the entire portal stood open before me, and it was built of flames of fire. And in every respect it so excelled in splendor and magnificence and extent that I cannot describe to you its splendor and its extent. And its floor was of fire, and above it were lightnings and the path of the stars, and its ceiling was also flaming fire. And I looked and saw a lofty throne therein. Its appearance was as crystal, and the wheels thereof as the shining sun, and there was the vision of cherubim. And from underneath the throne came streams of flaming fire, so that I could not look thereon. And the great glory sat thereon, and his raiment shone more brightly than the sun, and was whiter than any snow. None of the messengers could enter and behold his face by reason of the magnificence and glory, and no flesh could behold him. The flaming fire was around him, and a great fire stood before him, and none around could draw near him. Myriads of myriads stood before him, yet he needed no counselor. And the most holy ones who were near to him did not leave by night nor depart from him. And until then I had been prostrate on my face, trembling, and the Lord called me with his own mouth, and said to me, Come here, Enoch, and hear my word. And one of the holy ones came to me and waked me, and he made me rise up and approach the door, and I bowed my face downwards. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, Do not fear, Enoch, you righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Approach here and hear my voice. And go, say to the watchers of the heavens, who have sent you to intercede for them, you should intercede for men, and not men for you. Why have you left the high, holy, and perpetual heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken wives to yourselves, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as your sons? And though you were holy and spiritual, living the continuous life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh, and as the children of men, have lusted after flesh and blood, as those who die and perish also do. And though you were holy and spiritual, living the continuous life, You have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh. As the children of men you have lusted after flesh and blood, just as those who die and perish also do. Therefore I have also given them wives, that they might impregnate them, and beget children by them, so that nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the continuous life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore, I have not appointed wives for you, for as for the spiritual ones of the heavens, their dwelling is in the heavens. And now the giants, who are produced from the spirits and flesh, will be called evil spirits on the earth, and their dwelling will be on the earth. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies because they are born from men, and their beginning and primal origin is from the holy watchers. They will be evil spirits on earth, and they will be called evil spirits. As for the spirits of heaven, their dwelling will be in heaven, but as for the spirits of the earth which were born on the earth, their dwelling will be on the earth. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits will rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them.